Hey, everybody. I am really excited to have the opportunity to interview one of our top producing agents at ERA King Real Estate, Jason Garrison. Hey, Jason.
What's up? How are you?
I'm good. All right. So you have been unbelievably busy the last couple of weeks, even though we've had to shift or pivot how we're doing business. Kind of walk me through what you're doing right now to list the properties that you've been listing.
For me, I think the biggest thing that I'm doing in my business is it is business as usual. So yes, there's a virus going on, but I am not of the mindset that that's going to affect my business. And I think that's where it all starts, mindsets. Touching base with individuals and seeing how they're doing the eye care calls. And that's it. So I think the biggest things for me is mindset. I'm not going to, I think we make our own economy. And even though the global economy has been shut down, there are still people that are buying and selling regardless of what's going on. So I think, again, just mindset.
So from a listing standpoint, you've listed 5 or 6 properties over the past couple of weeks. What did you do to meet with the sellers? Did you go through a listing presentation? Walk me through how you were able to secure those listings over the past couple of weeks.
Maybe last week or 2 weeks ago when we talked about, business and how I kind of related business to farming in a sense. You go plant seeds, but you don't harvest that fruit, the next day or the next day. It takes time to cultivate those relationships and nurture those. So a lot of the business that I've gotten over the last couple of weeks in terms of listings, I've picked up some new buyers, but from the listing standpoint, it's been, like one I picked up over in Irondale off of Daly Street. I met with her in 2017. So I continued to meet with her. She didn't want to sell at the time. The market wasn't right. And she actually tried to do for sale by owner a week before she called me, and then called me and said, Jason, hey, we met 2 years ago or back in 2017. Do you remember me? And said, of course. And, sent her the marketing agreement, and we got it listed and got it under contract in 24 hours. 2 other listings I've had. I used to work with these guys back in the bank, but they were people that I've continually called and, hey, how you doing? How's your mama? How's your brother? Just touching base with them. So I didn't do anything really any different. Again, it's more the mindset of, you're calling people today. You've got to keep the activities up regardless of an up, down, sideways market. You need to be calling people and bumping into things. You need to make things happen or it's not going to happen.
So Jason, from a new agent, they've been in the business, let's say 9 to 12 months. They haven't, they've had a couple of deals under their belt. They might be questioning, do I need to continue to do this? Is this the career? Did I make a good decision? Did I make a bad decision? What is some words of wisdom or some advice you might give that agent today, knowing, that the uncertainness of the next couple of weeks?
If you're somebody that's looking to get into the real estate business, I tell them today, start documenting somewhere every person you've ever come in contact with, names, numbers, addresses, email addresses, and start collecting those. Everybody you bump into, collect those names and numbers. And then the most important is save money. Put money back, save money, put money back. I can't say it enough. Like your expenses, have 3 to 4 to 5, 6 months of living expenses, because you never know when that next paycheck is going to come. And then once you've started doing that, then it just becomes motivation. How willing are you to get up every morning, make those phone calls, talk to people about real estate, get out of your comfort zone. Because if you're looking for somebody to do that for you and push you and motivate you along, it's not going to happen. So you have to motivate yourself. So those are kind of the key things I talk about. So now if somebody's already made that decision, they're new in the business, they got into the business right before the virus hit, and now they've been in it a month, and the world is shut down. And so I would, from that point, I would say, it's okay. Take a deep breath and get on the phone and call people, talk to people. Always. Constantly talk to people. Again, like I mentioned before, you make your own economy. You've got to pick up the phone and call people and say, hello, my name is Jason Garrison. I work with ERA King. Is there anything I can do for you? And shut up. and then hang up the phone, and then lather, rinse, and repeat, and do it over again and over again until you're just sick and tired of making the phone call, and then pick up the phone again and make more phone calls. But you just got to do it. There's no secret bullet. It's a contact sport. What is it? Was it Michael Jordan that said, he missed more shots than he did, than he made? And look, he's the world's greatest basketball player in my eyes. But you just got to get out there. You got to pick up the phone. You got to bump into people. And a lot of folks are afraid of phone calls. And if you are, it doesn't mean you're not going to be successful. It just means you got to find another way to come in contact with people. Whether it's hobbies or social groups, which is a little different now, but you've got to find a way to get in contact with people. You got to find a way to call people. So I do a combination of calling, emailing, postcards, talking to everybody and their brother when I come in contact with them, asking everybody for referrals. Contractors, I'll meet a contractor at a house. I got a lead not too long ago from Cook's Pest Control. He was out servicing, spraying my yard and knocking down spider webs, at my house. And he'd go, well, what do you do for a living? And so we started talking. I said, yeah, let me know if you have anybody that I can help. I'd be honored to help him. And he referred me his future mother-in-law. No matter where you are in your business, whether you've been in a month, 6 months, 6 years, or like a Johnny Montgomery, who's just killing it. But, you look at him and you look, it's just mindset. It's the abundance mindset, and don't get scared about what's going on in the economy. We're going to have some ups and downs, but at the end of the day, there's always people that need your help, and you need to find them.
Hey, if you've got any questions or comments about reshaping your mindset or anything that Jason went over with today, he can be reached at
205-903-1460 or Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all the social media outlets. You can find me. I'm not a secret agent.
There you go. And again, my name's Anna Marie. Thank you for watching today, and we wish you luck in the next coming weeks.